Right, welcome back to the Arsenal podcast. My name is Kosi, and of course, I'm your daily host. We'll be looking at a couple of stories this morning, this afternoon. Thomas Partey arriving on Wednesday to train with the team. I think that is what many Arsenal fans are waiting for. But of course, we have his player ratings in FIFA 21. They are actually interesting. Eddie Nketiah to succeed Alan Shearer. And Harry Kane, what do you think about that prediction, man? And then William Saliba's U-turn. It seems he's not going to be going out on loan anymore. Mikel Arteta thinks otherwise. Why don't we discuss those four stories and call it a day? First and foremost, Partey returns to training with Arsenal on Wednesday. Of course, he has not trained with us before. After signing from Atletico Madrid, he flew to Ghana with the Ghanaian squad. They had all these preparations. They went into that. They went into the international break. They lost to Mali, and of course there was a lot of talk there. But they managed to beat Qatar 5 goals to nil, where he had two beautiful assists, and that sparked off again another theory that maybe the presence of Thomas Partey could actually bring back the best of Nicolas Pepe, because players like Nicolas Pepe need that player to release them, need that kind of player who's going to make that crazy release pass for them, and probably Partey could be that kind of player for us. So he's coming back on Wednesday. He's going to be that means he starts training on Thursday, then Friday. Our game is our game against City is on Saturday, so I'm not really sure he will start. I'm not really sure he might play even because Mikel Arteta might think of letting him rest. Yeah, he might think of letting him rest, get some rest, because I think it would only be reasonable if we left him to rest. Coming back on Thursday, coming back on Wednesday, training on Thursday and Friday, and then early morning training on Saturday. But I think he can be fit. Many Arsenal fans want to see him. I also want to see him on the pitch as well. I want to see what he can bring us, especially against a big team like Manchester City. But you also think about him as a player, and you think he might be tired. Remember, after signing, he traveled to Ghana. That's a trip. Then he has another trip. He has had trips with Ghana. So I think he might be tired as a player, and Mikel Arteta might think about that. So probably we could see him, make his debut. That is next weekend against Leicester City, or on Thursday against Rapid Vienna, because we also have that midweek games. But if I don't know, when do you want to see Thomas Partey? Is it against Manchester City? Should we give him some time to rest? I don't know what you guys think about that, but I want to cross over to the player ratings, where his ratings have actually changed very, very highly. Now his ratings in FIFA 21 are 81, and of course that is very interesting according to what I read here. Now the Ghanaian midfielder has some really impressive attributes on the ball, including stamina, which has increased to 92, shot power is at 86, composure is at 86, reactions have raised to 85, long shots have gone to 85 as well, standing tackle is at 85, dribbling is at 84, interceptions 84, and aggression is also at 84. So if you enjoy FIFA 21, if you enjoy the career mode, I know some of you are playing the career mode already, I think Thomas Partey is going to be one excellent player in your squad. And you can also hear you can also see here they're saying that the former Atletico Madrid midfielder has also seen some of his impressive attributes being upgraded, with his short passing being increased from 86 to 87, long passing 84, it has increased to 85, vision has increased from 84 to 85, and his strength has also increased from 82 to 84. So that means it was a big move for him to sign for Arsenal. However, there are so many rumors, and we shall talk about this. Partey rejected Chelsea and Juventus and so on. We shall talk about that in detail. But I think it was a big move, a big move for him to sign for Arsenal. And you can see, in FIFA 21, he hasn't played. Literally, he hasn't played the game with us. We don't know whether it's going to be a success. We don't know whether it's going to be a flop. But at least in FIFA 21, he's already a success because he has got his ratings pumped up so high. Moving on, William Saliba is going to be staying at Arsenal. Now this is crazy and interesting. Just a couple of days ago, we were very mad in love with giving him to another team just for his own development, and Mikel Arteta was so sure that this was the right decision, to the extent that he left him out of the starting lineup, actually out of the Europa League squad. 25 men, he's not part of that squad. So all of us thought Arsenal is going to be in talks with Norwich or Brentford to see that the player actually joins either of the championship sides. However, it seems that we are changing our minds. Saliba is going to be staying at Arsenal. I think the loan deal, the swap deal we wanted with Benrahma is not going to happen anymore. So I think Arsenal don't see any other reason as to why they would give William Saliba out on loan. But I think this is really disturbing for a player. You want him to go, then you want him to stay. You don't decide on his future. It's really buffering. It's really baffling. I would suggest, as an Arsenal fan, if William Saliba is going to go out on loan, let us let him go on loan. Whether there is a swap deal or not, let him go on loan, develop his football. If Mikel Arteta feels he wants to use him, let him tell him that you're this kind of player, you're this important to me, and stay at the club, because as a young player he already has enough problems. He lost his mother. That was so disturbing for such a teenager. Now you add this new London life, because he was in France. Now he has a new London life. Now again there is this unrest at Arsenal. We are loaning you out, we are letting you stay at the club. I think it should be one, not both. So I think Arsenal should work on that very fast. Eddie Nketiah has been predicted to be the new Harry Kane and Alan Shearer. I don't know why they are predicting him to be the new Harry Kane, because Harry Kane is not yet a legend anywhere. Maybe at Spurs, because Spurs don't have so many big names and legends. But for England, I don't think Harry Kane is a legend. What do you think? What do you think about Harry Kane being a legend at England? But anyway, Nketiah is a good striker. Like I say, Balogun and Nketiah, if both of them are displayed, both players have different attributes that you love. For example, Nketiah has that very good finishing touch. He doesn't involve in play. He doesn't have, he doesn't have these other attributes as a footballer, but he positions himself well in that box, and he has that finishing touch, which is always perfect. Balogun is a good player. He's a baller actually. He's a baller. When he has the ball, you can feel his presence on the pitch. You can feel his presence in the box, and so on. But I think it's too early for us to say Nketiah is going to succeed Alan Shearer or even Harry Kane. I think when you look at what Harry Kane has done, for consecutive seasons, scoring almost 20 goals for 4 consecutive seasons, there are not so many players who have done that in the Premier League. I'm not saying Nketiah cannot do that. He can do it. He's at home. But I think this is the media trying to create this kind of environment around him, just like they did with Rossy Barkley, they did with Jack Rodwell, they did with all those English talents that were coming up. They put a lot of pressure on them and they failed. I believe one of the reasons why English talents do not actually become the greatest talents in the UK is because of the media. Whenever something's little, whenever a player comes up with something little, they praise it and expect so much out of young players. And that's why they exert a lot of pressure on these talents. They exert a lot of pressure on these players. They end up frustrated. But if you think if you come to think about it, a player like Eddie Nketiah, why would you put a lot of pressure on him right now, comparing him to Harry Kane, comparing him to Alan Shearer? Let him have his game. He's still young. If he gets to 25, 26, then you can demand whatever you want to demand from him. But right now, he's the kind of player who's trying to learn under Lacazette. He's learning under Calvert-Lewin. He's still learning under Harry Kane. There's no point in trying to tell him that he's gonna succeed Harry Kane when Harry Kane is still here. It's like creating this kind of, crazy competition in the players' head at this tender age, which for me I believe destroys talent, especially in the UK. Look at, countries like Germany and Spain, where the media is more warm and less cold than countries like UK. Talents are thriving out there, but because the media in UK is very cold, you miss an opportunity. You're gone. You score one goal, you're the new David Beckham. That kind of media does not really raise talents. But anyway, that is what's transpiring around us. Like I said, I'll be coming back with our October fixtures today. October fixtures are coming up. I'll be talking about Thomas Partey to Juventus and Chelsea, why those deals failed. Did Thomas Partey really choose Arsenal? And the truth behind how Sam Awa have a blessed time of my channel.